Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today is gonna be a short one, just to show you how I calculate my position size quickly while I'm scalping. So in scalping, I trade on the 15 second, sometimes on the 1, and my setups are very fast when they form, right? And if you're not quick enough to calculate how much contracts you're gonna use, or to put your stop loss and how many contacts you're gonna put on a particular trade, you're gonna miss the trade or you're gonna enter in a very bad place, right? Few points difference can have a big impact when they add up, right, in the long run. So being effective and consistent with your risk per trade is very crucial when scalping, and I know that you had a lot of problems before, especially if you're using NinjaTrader, right? And today I'm going to show you how I do that. I actually received a lot of questions regarding this subject, and this is why I decided to make this video. So this was today's price action. I hope you did well, right? I didn't. I took a stupid trade somewhere around here due to a mistake. I didn't really pay attention to price, and I had a filter that was clearly stating that this trade was not valid, but I wasn't in the right mental state. I totally forgot about it, so that was a loss. I took another trade somewhere around here and it was break even, and when I reviewed it shortly after, I found out that the same filter was again stating that this trade is not valid, and I decided to close the chart at -1%. But the filter is basically, before I give you how I calculate my risk, this is something that I want to talk about. So the filter is basically you don't trade at the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes. My higher time frame is the 1 hour candle, and of course every 1 hour a new hourly candle starts, and if I'm trying to long, the next hourly candle is going to trade to the downside first and then trade to the upside. So you don't want to long before the new hourly candle opens, right? You want to let that wick passes just like this, and this is why I took the loss, at least based on my strategy and my perspective. And now let's switch to position sizing. So I use this simple tool right here. You can see that has a very simple interface, right? I created it with ChatGPT, and here you can specify what you're gonna risk on this trade. I didn't want to do risk percentage. I mean, I can add that if you guys want this and you want me to give you an update, but basically let's say that you're gonna risk $500. That's 1% from 50k account, right? And now you want to put the stop loss. I put it in points, so let's say that the stop loss is 30 point, and when you hit calculate, you're gonna have 8 contracts right here. This is on micros, all right? So suppose we're gonna use maybe 25 point, all right? All right, so here you're gonna use 1 contract simply on the mini NQ. Now, as you can see, this is basically only designed for NQ trading, and if you're trading another asset, we can definitely add another option here, maybe on the upside, and you can choose whatever you want, gold, ES, whatever. Again, if you want that, leave that in the comment. Maybe we can add another to calculate the risk percentage. So maybe you want to risk 1% of your account, right? And the main reason I made it is the tools online, I found them very complicated, all right? And a lot of unnecessary features, in my opinion. I only need how many contracts that I should put, all right? And I already know how much money I'm gonna risk. I know the stop loss, in terms of points, and all what's left is how many contracts I should put. Alright, I actually used to have a table, right? I draw it by hand, and it has the common stop losses in terms of points. So maybe I start at the very top, there is a stop loss with 25 points, and then below it 23, and then 20, like 2 points decrease, all the way to 5 points, right? Because all my setups, all my trades, the stop loss are on that interval, 5 points all the way to 25 points, and that's on the first column. In the second column, I have how many contracts I should risk. I already know how much money I'm gonna risk per trade. It's fixed, but so all I need is how many contracts I should put. But with NQ started to having a candle, a 1 minute candle with 100-point range, that changed everything, and the table is gonna be 10 times bigger. So I created this simple tool right here, right? So again, if you have any features I should add to it, right? Like I said, maybe I should do a drop down menu on the upside to choose the asset. We can definitely do that, and I'm gonna leave it down in the comments or in the description so you can download it for free. And now if you have any other questions, you can always DM me on my Twitter account or leave a comment down below, and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Now happy trading and good luck.